Christmas is just a few days away, and that means a lot of presents for kids and possibly some toys. So I spoke to a pediatrician earlier who says that a lot of kids end up in the ER in the days following Christmas because of injury sustained by a toy. Nationally, it's about 4,000 kids every single year. So she sat down with me to talk about ways to protect your family, to buy the right toys for kids in certain age groups, but also just how to keep your family healthy and safe over the holiday season. So while we wait on that press conference, we'll watch that interview in full. Dr. Pat Warden with Novant Health Pediatrics Lake Norman, thank you for joining us today. Christmas is coming up, the holidays are here, and wouldn't it be horrible to have to go to the emergency room on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? So that's what you're going to talk to us a little bit about today. Parents often just think buying toys, it's going to be fun, it's going to be great, but there are some safety hazards that can be involved. So what do you see most commonly in kids getting hurt around this time of year?
So absolutely, Maddie. I agree with you. And first of all, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays for everybody. So, a few things that we can definitely avoid is I feel like it's a little bit harder for younger kids. So things to watch for would be choking hazards, having small toys around them that they can actually choke on. The other thing would be batteries or small batteries. Even if a child swallows that, that can be considered as an emergency, and you definitely will have to rush the child to the emergency room. If you have a mix of older and younger kids, be careful about any of the chemistry sets or something that is potentially be hazardous or explosive around young kids. I would say be careful with the gifts that somebody else gives you, because people don't have an idea, what kind of a crowd you have at home, or if you have it under the tree and mix up the kids. So just be careful about that. Or if you have stuffed toys, be sure to have the linings really tight, that kids, they're going to chew on it, especially babies and young ones. So if the stuffing comes out, kids are going to swallow that. I would say that would be my in general advice for kids of all ages.
And we know kids get hurt. I mean, it's the nature of being a kid. I'm an aunt to a twin 1.5-year-old girls, and they fall all the time. So at what point do we need to say, hey, this is a serious fall or this is a serious injury and we need to seek medical attention, versus it's going to be okay, we're going to pick you up and it's going to be fine in a couple of minutes?
Yeah, excellent question. So the height of the fall matters. If the child is standing or sitting on a low stools or couch or something and falls, kids do that all the time. One thing to look for is, did the baby cry immediately and and then quiet down and was back to normal? That's always a good sign. Look for bumps or any bleed underneath the skin. Obviously, any cuts and bleeding would be something that you would take them to the ER for evaluation. If the child falls from a significant height or something that you're concerned about, and you are watching things like change in just behavior, excessive crying or excessive sleepiness or vomiting, those would be the signs and symptoms that should alert you.
We know it's not just about injuries, falls, or maybe swallowing something they shouldn't. Sickness is bad this time of year. What do parents and caregivers need to know about keeping their kids healthy?
So this time of the year, there are just so many variety of illnesses for anybody to get infected with, but that is especially true for young ones. And on top of everything, corona is added to the mix, which doesn't help. So I would say the first thing would be, making sure people are vaccinated. We have seen influenza A in clinics, and then COVID vaccine would be the other thing that we all can be cautious about. I would say indoor, I would still be very careful about, mixing with a group of people who are not vaccinated or you're not sure of. At least wear a mask. In my experience, masks have been really very helpful in preventing infection. So just be in general cautious when you have a population that you're not sure about the vaccination status or where people have been.
Absolutely, because we tend to have a lot of guests over the holiday season, and kids younger than 5 can't get a COVID-19 vaccine right now.
Absolutely.
Dr. Powelton, thank you so much. Anything else that you want to add that I did not ask?
Uh, no, I think we pretty much covered it. I feel like the most important thing that is different from other Christmases of past is the COVID vaccine, and I think we have to be careful about that and be